My presentation is on Rasputin. Rasputin is a very interesting story all around the people involved with him, himself, and Tsar Nicholas of Russia. Rasputin was born in 1869 in Siberia, Russia. Apparently he has all these special powers into changing Tsar Nicholas II of Russia. Most people saw Rasputin as extremely creepy, a rapist, and a drug addict. But for Tsar Nicholas's wife, Alexandra, she feels that he had healing powers. Rasputin was very poor, and so was everyone else in his village. Rasputin also didn't have any education, very little. He didn't learn to read and write, but he was told that he had special powers. Rasputin, at age 19, went to Russia to become a monk. That plan changed when he left the school shortly after marrying his wife. Had 3 surviving kids. At the age of 20, Rasputin left and traveled to Greece and the Middle East. But Rasputin ended up finding himself in St. Petersburg, Russia. After 2 years of being there, he found out the Tsars needed help for their sick son, Alexis. As such a wealthy family and an odd guy, Rasputin would not think to see the connection. But Rasputin gained their trust by using his power to cure Alexis of his illness. Really, the only way that Rasputin so-called cured this illness was he would sit in with Alexis many, many hours during the day and just sit there and stare at him. Come outside the doors after those hours were up, open it, and say, "He has healed." But they would just go through the same steps throughout every single day, all week. Now, many people didn't like that he was getting too close to the Tsar's wife. Thought that he was starting to persuade love towards her and wanted to, seduce her. So, they decided on December 30th, 1916, a group of people, including Tsar's first cousin, Grand Duke Dmitri, and the Tsar's niece's husband, Prince Felix, invited them over to Felix's plaza. They tried to feed him wine and cake laced with poison. But Rasputin became drunk, but the poison didn't wear how they wanted it to, and it lasted for almost 2 hours. Felix became impatient with the poison, so he decided to shoot him in the back. But when Felix went to check on the body, Rasputin had opened his eyes and attacked Felix. Felix broke free from Rasputin and he fell to the floor again. Felix went outside to go talk to the rest of the men, and as that was happening, Rasputin crawled up the stairs and tried to run to safety, but was shot in the back and head. The men brought Rasputin back to the house and noticed that he could see them out of one eye. They wrapped him up in cloth and threw him into a river, where he was found 2 days later suffering from drowning. Rasputin was buried 3 days later. Many don't believe this story, and there's other parts and pieces to this story, but Rasputin's legacy still lives on, and after all of this happened, all the Tsars were killed as well.